There's a huge transformation happening in the world of accounting right now. And I'm not talking about a small tweak. This is a complete rethinking of how firms and businesses handle their finances. Today, we're going to dive into why the entire industry is shifting to what's being called an outsourcing first model. For the longest time, the model was pretty simple, right? Everything from taxes to paying bills was handled by your in-house team. It was this totally self-contained operation. But today's world, it's a completely different ballgame. Firms are just getting hit with overwhelming pressure from all sides, and that traditional model, well, it's starting to crack. So, what's the breaking point, really? What's actually pushing an entire industry to question a framework that's been the go-to for decades? Let's get into it. And that brings us right to the heart of the issue, what we're calling accounting's tipping point, and a closer look at why that old do-it-all-yourself model just isn't cutting it anymore. It's really a perfect storm. Just imagine, you've got tighter and tighter deadlines flying in. At the exact same time, financial rules and regulations are getting more complex by the day. And your clients, they don't just want the numbers anymore. They expect real strategic advice. Oh, and to top it all off, finding and keeping skilled accountants feels almost impossible. It's all these things hitting at once that are pushing the traditional firm to its absolute limit. So, with all those challenges piling up, what's the answer? Well, it's the outsourcing-first solution. And believe me, this is way more than a band-aid. It's a totally new, strategic way to think about accounting operations. So, what is this thing exactly? The outsourcing-first model is a strategy where you hand off the routine, day-to-day stuff to specialized partners right from the get-go. And here's the key. This isn't a panic move when things get busy. It's a proactive choice to build a more flexible and efficient operation from day one. Okay, let's make this a little more real with an example. First up, our case study is tax season, a painful time of year that every single accounting professional knows is one of the biggest bottlenecks they face. So, by outsourcing tax prep, a CPA firm can instantly scale up for that crazy busy season without having to hire and train a bunch of temporary staff. You get specialists who do one thing and do it well, which means better accuracy and faster turnarounds. But here's the real win. It frees up your main team to focus on the big picture stuff, like strategic planning and actually advising your clients. All right, let's look at another classic example, accounts payable. It's obviously critical for any business, but let's be honest, it's repetitive and can easily turn into a massive operational headache. I mean, just think about the old manual process. An invoice comes in, somebody has to type all that data into the system. Then it gets passed around for approvals, and finally, maybe it gets scheduled for payment. Every single one of those steps is a place where errors can happen, delays can pile up, and hours get wasted. It's a total time and energy suck. But when you hand this whole process over to a specialized partner, that entire clunky workflow just gets transformed. Invoices are processed efficiently, vendors get paid on time, every time, which keeps your business relationship strong. And, most importantly, you slash that administrative workload and seriously lower the risk of expensive mistakes like paying the same bill twice. And all of this, everything we've talked about, leads to what is probably the single most important benefit of this new model: the shift to strategy. This, right here, is the real game changer. This table lays it out perfectly. On the left side, you've got all that routine, operational stuff: tax prep, processing invoices, paying vendors. That all gets handled by their external partner. And what does that do? It unlocks your internal team's time so they can focus on the high-value strategic work you see on the right: financial forecasting, making smart decisions based on data, and providing amazing advisory services to clients. The source material really nailed it with this quote. This shift transforms accounting professionals from operational managers into strategic advisors. It basically elevates their job from just recording what happened yesterday to actively shaping what's going to happen tomorrow. That's a huge leap in value. So let's look down the road a bit. The future is outsourced, and this trend isn't slowing down. In fact, it's speeding up. And there's one big reason why. Technology is the engine that's making all of this possible. With cloud-based systems, your in-house team and the outsourcing partner are literally on the same page, in real time. Automation takes care of all the tedious data entry. Secure platforms let you collaborate seamlessly. And live dashboards give you a clear view of everything. This tech makes modern outsourcing more effective and transparent than ever before. So the main takeaway here is really clear. Outsourcing isn't just a niche strategy or a temporary fix anymore. It is quickly becoming a fundamental core part of modern financial management. And that really leaves us with one final question to think about for your own situation. In an industry that's changing this fast, is your business just set up to handle today, or are you actually building a model that's ready for whatever comes tomorrow?